What's up to all you Dolphin fans or NFL fans if you guys are watching that aren't Dolphins fans? Welcome to another video. I got a lot of some Dolphins information, some news stuff the past couple of days. Yeah, I'm kind of late on a couple of these things. I've been kind of busy the last couple of days, work, life, things of that nature. So I'm finally getting around to it. Took my notes, did my research and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get you guys as much of the information I can possible. Do my best. So stay tuned. There's a lot of things that happened the last couple of days. The OTAs, press conferences, and then a certain Hall of Famer had some regards, remarks, whatever you guys want to put it, into Josh Rosen trade. So first things first, I'm gonna start down going my list. Fitzpatrick's getting first string, starting reps with all the starters, first string guys, all that stuff. But Josh Rosen is playing fantastic, guys, in the training camp. He's not playing with the first string guys. He's playing with the second string, the third string guys. I mean, if Rosen can do that with the second string guys, it doesn't matter what he can do with the starters. So yes, Fitzpatrick's playing well. I've said it before in many of my videos. He's going to get the starting job. He's going to be week one starter unless he gets hurt. But Rosen is playing some phenomenal football, and you guys should not be sleeping on that. Chosen the Rosen. All we can do is hope for the best, and I think that he's going to have a fantastic, I guess, what is it, comeback season. Even though he played a rookie year, but guys got to keep an eye on him. Preston Williams, guys, if you don't know who Preston Williams is, an undrafted wide receiver this year, and he is playing lights out. I think he is going to be the future wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. He is playing absolutely phenomenal. He is catching touchdowns with both Fitzpatrick and Rosen. He might be starter for week one if he keeps playing the way he is. The question is, who is he going to beat? I mean, I've said it before. I think Miami has one of the best wide receiver group in the NFL. We have fast guys, talented guys. When they play their best, I think our wide receiver core is the best. I mean, Devontae Parker has a lot to prove, but I mean, you guys seen him when he plays at his best. He can perform very well. It's just he has to be consistent and not hurt. Albert Wilson is just the slip and dash type guy, Jarvis Landry type, and so is Jakeem Grant, and then Kenny Stills is our big deep threat. Um, throw it 30, 40 yards down the field, he's going to catch that long touchdown. And I think both Rosen and Fitzpatrick are better deep throw ball or throwers than Ryan Tannehill will ever be. So this is going to be the best wide receiver group we're ever going to see on this team for since the Dan Marino age, in my opinion. But Preston Williams he's playing fantastic. You guys got to, whenever, the training camps happen in the preseason, keep your eye on him. He is shining, and I think that he could be the next Julio Jones. It's too early to predict, but he is playing some good football, so keep an eye on him. Um, Going down, Brian Flores has been praising Charles Harris secretly. Um, we can kind of suspect he is. I mean, big high praise for him, but Charles Harris he's playing good or not preseason, but OTAs, and he's gonna have hopefully a good training camp also. But he is coming back from or working on with a wrist injury. But Brian Flores says he is the type of guy that he really wants on this 53-man roster. He's actually the most veteran pass rush we have on the Miami Dolphins squad. Not like veteran, like the oldest, longest tenured player in the team or in the NFL, but the longest player tenured on the Miami Dolphins is the pass rusher. So he was there than anybody else. So he has guess that Dolphin respect. So hopefully, he can be what our the first round pick that we picked him on, and not be an Adam Gase's bust. So we're all rooting for him. We need to build that D line. This is his time to shine. I mean, everyone has a 1 year contract on them essentially. So he has to do what he has to do. Rashad Jones is expected to come back next week during the mandatory training camps. But Brian Flores did say there is no guaranteed starter on this team. And he quotes, "No sacred cows are on this team." So he's going to have to fight for that spot, which I think that he will probably get it. See what he's done on the team, but I think his age is, will catch up to him eventually. So he's gonna have to ball out this training camp. Um, and if he wants more money, he wants to be, the franchise or in his career, the Dolphins, he's gonna have to play a really good year and get the respect from Brian Flores. But I have no doubt about him. He will probably play a majority of the snaps in the safety area unless he gets hurt. But he has to win it. I mean, there could be someone better on the team. I mean, if there is someone better on the team, that's good for us because we can have 5 good safeties on this team. We don't know. On top of that safety, Bobby McCain's playing in safety, and if you guys watch some of my first videos, I don't like Bobby McCain at cornerback. I don't think he played. I think he was one of the reasons why our defense wasn't that too well. I think we had a great the secondary, but I think Bobby McCain it was the weak link. Eric Rose hopefully to be the other cornerback on the other side of Xavier Howard, but Bobby McCain, I didn't like him at cornerback. We wanted us to move on from him. I think playing at safety could help him. A lot of great cornerbacks kind of move over to safety. Less physical. Definitely on the age. Charles Woodson did it, so maybe he could play the corner. Corner safety slot, something like that. He's not going to play every snap, but he will play about 20% of the snaps. Hopefully, fresh legs, lock down the deep throw and all that. So that's probably his plan. They don't want to cut him just yet. And they also want to add competition to everybody. Everyone on that team is going to have to fight for a roster spot. There's no guarantees this year, but so everyone's going to have to play their best. And then lastly, before I get on to the Hall of Fame stuff, Albert Wilson was sidelined today, or not today, the other day for from the practice on top of Cordea Tankersley and Chase Allen. They are dealing with injuries, so hopefully we can get them back as soon as possible. You want to try to get as much as you can in the training camps and the preseason. You don't want to miss a lot. Playing with good quarterbacks, you're playing with a new defensive scheme, offensive scheme. Everything's different on this team, so missing time is going to hurt everybody. And definitely Albert Wilson. You got these 2 new quarterbacks that you're going to play with at one point this season. So get in, try to work that connection with Rosen and Fitzpatrick, and hope for the best. So yeah, that's all the news I have right now for the Miami Dolphins on the last couple of days for the OTAs and press conference. If you guys haven't watched the video on on the NFL app, they interviewed Jason Taylor at the AM golf game, whatever it is, about the Josh Rosen trade. Jason Taylor had, he kind of kept it not too unbiased, but he does like what Brian Flores has been doing with the team. He does like that the Dolphins and the Flores and Chris Greer went out, got Josh Rosen. He definitely could add a spark to this team. They're in a different, I guess, a new era for the Dolphins. So he didn't say a lot of good things about Rosen. He didn't say anything bad for Rosen. So Jason Taylor is going to be working with the Miami Dolphins this year. Probably not on the field, but they said that he is still working with the Miami Dolphins. So maybe Brian Flores can bring him in a couple of practices in the season. Help the defense out. He is the Hall of Fame for the Miami Dolphins. It's really hard to get Hall of Fame. There's only 10 to 15 Hall of Famers per team. So hopefully, meeting Jason Taylor, all the new guys can be like, oh my God, this is Jason Taylor, and kind of like that spark. You want to show off. Definitely when Gase kept bringing Peyton Manning. Ryan Tannehill should have been like, oh, I'm going to show off Peyton Manning. I don't think he really did that. So, utilize the Hall of Famers we have. Dan Marino, Jason Taylor, all these guys. And, work your butt off. Show off. Show the Dolphins, these Hall of Famers who is going to rep Miami Dolphins to the day they die, that I am the franchise guy. I am the building block. I am the guy that's going to lead this team to the Super Bowl ring, to the promised land, and bring the Miami Dolphins back to what they used to be in the 80s and 90s and even the 70s when we won the two Super Bowls. So Dolphins is rich in history. We got to bring the history back. So that's all the news I have for you guys today. Um, I know that they're still working on the OTAs for the rest of the week, but then training camps, mandatory training camp starts next week. So hopefully I can shoot off a couple of videos on some information on that, guys. It's going to be big for those. And then I think it's going to be quiet a little bit for July. And then the preseason is really going to hit. And that's when we got to pay attention the most, see who's going to make the rosters, get those roster spots, and see who is going to be the starters, the backups, kind of see what Rosen's going to do on live television, hopefully live television if they make them live. I'm out in Washington, so I probably won't watch a lot of Dolphins games because they won't show Dolphins games. But gotta hope for the best, guys. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are still here, hope you guys have a great week. Going into the weekend, and if you guys haven't, like and subscribe this video. We're almost pushing 150 subscribers. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I'm getting better. I mean, I said in previous videos, I got a new laptop. I'm looking for a little bit better equipment, like webcam, microphone, so you guys can hear me, get better quality videos, and I can start editing and stuff. I'm still learning editing. Adobe Pro Premiere is a lot of stuff in that, so it's going to take me a couple weeks to, sit down, learn all the gimmicks, do my research on YouTube, learn a little bit more from it, working on, 45, 50-hour weeks every week, got a fiance, got a dog, so I'm working with you guys. I'm trying to do my best, but better quality content is definitely coming for you guys. Hopefully by the regular season, because I got a lot in plan for you guys for the regular season, and then also the Thursday podcast with Mike, and then whoever else we bring. So thank you guys for all the support, and like I said, hope you guys have a great weekend, and catch you guys on the next vid. Thank you guys very much.